But this love is power. This is the power of the human, the creator being. This is the power of manifesting. And to understand that you have this power and this ability in your thought is one of the largest joys of discovery in your human existence. Hey everybody, it's Tanya here. I'm going to do a painting this week with Saint Germain, and if you haven't heard of him before, he is an ascended master who is known for holding the violet flame. But you know what? He's so much more than that. He's actually one of my personal guides and somebody that I've had hanging out with me for a while, and he just has the most loving and supportive energy. So I'm really excited to share that with you today. Now, just looking at the paints today, I'm feeling like we're going to kind of go in this color selection, but as usual, I never know what's going to happen. Don't those look so juicy? I just sprayed them with water, getting ready to paint. And also, something new, I'm shooting this with my new iPad, and it's supposed to have a much better speaker system, so let's see. Can you hear that? Ooh, ASMR moment. Okay, enough being silly. I'm going to start painting, and let's see what Saint Germain has to say today. Hello, dear friends. I am excited to be here to come forward to speak to you in this now moment as a support member and group friend of this conduit of Tanya, who comes to bring forward to you messages and art and activations to assist you in your spiritual awakening. Many of you refer to me as Saint Germain or Saint Germain, and I am here to speak for you today, to bring you information, to assist you in these moments of commonality that many of you are experiencing as you are now beginning to wake up to these possibilities of your existence. Many of you are exploring ideas and concepts and feeling that you are at once excited and also perhaps confused and overwhelmed. There is also a large margin for doubt, as many of the ideas that you are experiencing or are being exposed to are counterintuitive or counteractive, perhaps, to your previous beliefs. And so you find yourself in a state of unease, between the brink of one belief and the next, one way of living and another. In these moments, you may be finding that you are teetering between what has been and what is yet to come. And you may find that it is a precarious place. For many of you are with a concern of not understanding or knowing what is to come, of feeling like there is a lack of control, a lack of knowingness. Because there is much information in your existence at this time. You are in the information age where you can pick and choose what you choose to believe in. You can pick and choose where your mind and energy go, and you can pick and choose the existence that you wish to have simply by focusing on what it is that you wish to experience. Now, you are understanding and gathering all this information at the same time. And so, of course, you can feel overwhelmed. And of course, you can feel bombarded with so many opinions and ideas. As always, part of this step for you is to learn discernment, to learn what works for you, what does not, to learn and understand about intuition and how that works for you in your body and being, and to trust where the truth is within. There will be many methods, many ideas, many teachings. And it is for you to experience them, to research them, to play with them, in your own experience and your own ideas to see what works for you. For that is where your truth lies. That is where your path lies. And so you become trepidatious about what is coming, and you do not know, you do not understand, because you see this information that perhaps does not resonate, or you see this information that might have a future outcome that is not one that you desire. And so you have a fear to move forward. And yet it is this very state of fear that is dropping your natural frequency into a place where you are unable to access the opportunities that you desire. And so in this in-between place, many of you are finding that you are stuck. You are feeling concerned that you aren't living up to your potential. You are feeling that there are others around you who seem to have it easier, who are doing what you wish to do, and you do not seem to understand how to bridge from one to the next. So at this point, to understand that focusing on what is feeling good for you is the surest way to get to the goals that you wish to have, rather than to constantly be struggling, to be comparing, to feel less than, to feel frustrated because you are not at this other point yet. You see, because that is very much the thing that is holding you back. So while it is advisable and good to plan, to create a goal, and to manifest, it is also very important to let that go, to begin to trust that it will happen. And if it feels too far off, if it feels too large, create something small. Create something for your day. Plan for yourself a very simple goal for your day. Plan for yourself, I would like to have a particular experience. And how would I have that experience? Perhaps I will plan for the end of this week. At the end of this week, I would like this particular experience. How is that going to happen? Now, you might simply put this into thought. You might simply feel into it with your energetic self. You might sit down to write it out or plan it, and then let it go. And trust that that will happen. And this is very much the same idea for larger, but larger and further away. Again, these are concepts that you are placing on yourself, restrictions that you are placing on yourself. When you begin to understand that all is energy and thought and frequency and vibration, you understand that there is no bigger or smaller, no higher, no lower. It is all simply movement in these waves of frequency. And to become from one frequency to another is simply to trust that that is going to happen. To allow the intuition, to allow the knowingness that that is a possibility, and to believe it, and then to put it to the side and to understand that it will come. Now, please understand that I am not saying that you should create and completely ignore and expect for something to miraculously happen. This can, of course, be true. But for the majority of you, there will be disbelief or worry or apprehension or stress, which, again, is pushing you back from the goal that you wish. And so, again, whilst we are planning, creating, manifesting, mapping, we are putting it aside so that we may flow to that space, but also we are taking the time to check in. Am I moving towards the goal that I wanted to go towards? Am I going through the steps that I needed to go through? You see? So it is matter simply of trusting yourself and trusting the process that works for you. Of course, if you are feeling very positive and feeling very connected to this idea and this understanding and knowing and feeling very connected to this knowingness and this understanding that what you have set in motion will come to you, then it will, very simply. And you do not need to do the check-ins. But when you begin to have doubt, apprehension, fear, These are the moments to say, self, do I still wish to have those results? Do I still wish to move in that direction? Yes or no? And this is a course correction where you may say, yes, I would like to move forward into that. Wonderful. I see the steps that need to be taken. Wonderful. And now I can put that aside. I don't have to think about it every moment. It doesn't have to be my focus in every meditation and every stillness. Or you may course correct to another direction and say, that was good. I liked that idea, but now I see that I would like to refine it, or I would like to move to a different direction. And you begin to do that instead. Now, to bring this down into your day-to-day experience, these are motions and energies and forecasting that you are doing for yourself. You just may not be consciously aware. So really, this again is another exercise in being conscious of your choices, to understand that you are a being of light, having a human existence, which means that you are connected to all other sources of light, to all energy. You have the ability to create, to manifest. There is so much power within you that resides within, in the love of self, in the love that spreads from joy of what you are doing and creating and experiencing to those around you, in the love of those that you consider your family, be that another human, another being, a plant, an animal, it does not matter. But this love is power. This is the power of the human, the creator being. This is the power of manifesting. And to understand that you have this power and this ability in your thought is one of the largest joys of discovery in your human existence. And imagine this connection when you go from one to the other and with a common thought. Now you know and have heard the stories of how many connect over a singular goal and a singular thought. Whether that is in prayer, whether that is to help to heal a particular individual, whether that is to focus on perhaps a natural disaster and to assist with that. Or if you are already working as a spiritual being, if you are working as a light worker or a way shower, if you are connected to the energy of others and you are doing healing work, or you are sitting in the nodes of light and the grids of light in, on, and around the planet, you understand already the power of connection, of thought and love and being with the others that are with a singular focus. This is the power of you as a being of light. And it is coming forward in part of this great awakening, part of why you are remembering, part of why there is so much change happening on the planet at this time. Because you are understanding that you have this power, this love, this ability. And when you connect with others of similar mind and focus on a particular goal, then that energy is more directed and, again, with the trust that it is going to happen, it simply does. So you see, these are two examples. One, a state of conscious awareness, one of learning to open up, to trust and become conscious of your decisions and your choices, and learning to understand who you are and what you are capable of. And so I leave that with you today. And it is my greatest joy to be here, to be working with Tanya and being a support and a guide, not just for her, but for all who are connected to this energy. Many of you are connected to me through the ray of violet light, of healing and clearing. And this is part of the work that I do, but also I am here to mentor and to assist with those of you who need. So if you are feeling you need the energy that I bring forward, if you feel that you are feeling a synchronicity, or you have found this particular transmission, this art, this video at this moment, then please do call to me to work with me. I am simply available by calling my name. Ask me to come forward to work with you, and I shall, and it is my greatest pleasure as a being who has walked the earth as a human, as a being who is here to assist you on your journey. It is my pleasure to be here to help you in this small way. I thank you for your time. I am very excited to see what you create as a collective, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next now moment. And here we have the finished painting with the incredible Lightcode activation from Saint Germain and beautiful, what I would call rainbowlicious colors. I hope you enjoyed this transmission as much as I did, and if it touches you in any small way, please do share a comment, because you never know who else you might be helping simply by sharing what you yourself are going through. I'd also encourage you to check out my newsletter, where you can hear more about the galactics and other energies that I channel, as well as get info on when there are any new prints and art coming into the shop. And don't forget the Starseed Telegram group. Both of these links are in the description. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next time.